This is MegaManXDive. It is a mobile gacha game that came out sometime in 2020 and just got an English release in 2021. I gave this a pretty honest review on Twitter when I tried it out as soon as it came out. Basically, my consensus is that it's pretty fun. The only problem is I don't like how they handle power creep, and it's very clunky to play on mobile. And I figured I'd revisit it once they release stuff from Mega Man Battle Network or Mega Man Zero or Layer. Well, seems like the devs maybe looked at my tweet because today we're going to do a quest to get Layer. So here's the home screen. Let's go ahead and just go into the characters here and show you what it is exactly what I'm talking about. So you can actually look through all of the characters that I guess are available in the full release of the game or in the Japanese version, and the data is already available, so you can take a look at it. They just haven't been available for you to unlock them or for you to get them yet, pull them. Today we're going to be trying to get Layer, who is this character here. I think she looks pretty cool. Don't know what it is about her. Maybe it's the purple hair, maybe it's like red goggle things she's got going on here. Maybe it's the really cool boots. Something about it really calls out to me. And as soon as I saw this character, I was like, heck yeah, I want this. If you're not going to give me this anytime soon, then I will gladly grab Layer and use her in the meanwhile. This is a gacha game, so there is actually a banner where you have an increased chance of getting Layer. She is only a rank A, which means she's not too hard to pull, and her having an increased chance is really good. On top of that, there is this 10 pull that you can do, which always gives you A or higher, guaranteed. So what we're going to try to do today is get this and try and get Layer. I actually only need 60 more gems in order to do this, so I can get a full 10 pull here. I'm not planning on spending any more money on this. I unfortunately did spend money on this. I was hoping to have this be a completely free-to-play experience, but I played this at launch and then I ended up losing my account trying to transfer it over on BlueStack so I can play with a controller. So that was a bit unfortunate, so I spent a little bit just to get some gems just to catch myself back up. But I don't want to spend any more after that. So let's go ahead and just dive right into the story here. So it's pretty standard, as you'd probably figured for these kinds of mobile games. It's you go through a bunch of missions, each mission has their own sort of star rating, and they rank you on how well you do in the mission itself. I think it's really just, to do it in a very reasonable amount of time to clear it. And then the only one that's sometimes difficult is the HP one, because sometimes you take a lot of damage. But you should be fine right now. Let's go ahead and, as you can see here, these are the characters that I have unlocked. You can pick any of them, and you're allowed a main weapon and a sub-weapon. We're going to go with Marino here, and let's go ahead and give this a shot. This is like level 4-1, so we're, past most of the tutorial stuff, so we're in the thick of it right now. Alright, so I remember actually playing this. Oh boy, there's some story. It is Air Force stage. The whole story of the whole game itself, or the story mode of the game, is that basically you're a human that plays Mega Man X a lot, or just I guess in general Mega Man games, and something's happened in the world of Mega Man X, like the video game, where the data for the game itself has gotten corrupted or it's missing or something like that. So it's up to you to actually play through these levels to get the data back, more or less. I've kind of been skipping through a lot of this stuff, but that's what I remember from my first time playing through this. Which is why a lot of the levels are sort of themed over or around these same levels that you played in Mega Man X. So this is the Air Force stage, apparently. I remember this being kind of difficult on mobile, because, you have to do some platforming. It isn't the kind of thing where if you fall, you immediately die. They're a little bit forgiving for that, but it is a little difficult to get through this sometimes, especially with the touch controls, but thankfully I don't have anything to worry about since I'm using... Oh, I can actually... Okay, maybe I can't ride that. I don't know about that. The camera wasn't moving, so I don't know if that was a good idea to get on that. Hate these guys, because they always show up at the edge of the screen, and they shoot you, and then you automatically take damage. I should be pretty okay, because I have some armor that I just unlocked, and I got it fully equipped, so I should be able to take a couple of hits. But, of course, in general, you really don't want to take any hits. Whoops. I accidentally dashed off the stage here. I thought this was... Okay, maybe I'm thinking of a different stage where... There's some stage where you have to, like, go back in the beginning, because there's, like, a thing that shows up. But in any case... Game is pretty straightforward. As I mentioned, you have a main weapon and a sub-weapon. The weapon types are pretty much what you would expect from a Mega Man game. There's your sabers, there's your busters, there's this Gatling gun, which is completely amazing. And there's like, you know, a couple of other little things. And you can switch between them. They each have their sort of like, I want to say ammo that recharges over time. But you can easily just swap out to your other weapon while it like fills up, you know, all the way and reloads. You see the ring around it. And in addition to that, there's also 2 skills that your your character, your hero, your avatar, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what they call it in this game. But these guys, let's go to the next person here. The character, just call it characters. Yeah, so you can just use your characters. They each have their own 2 skills. So the thing that I don't like about this game is just sort of this sort of power creep or like power scaling that they do. I literally just leveled up all of my stuff to the max level that I can at the moment. And it's already telling me that I'm actually underleveled for this next mission, which is basically where I'm supposed to be at. It's not like I'm ahead, and you know, I've gone back and I've leveled up everything relatively well, and I'm already under, which is a bit annoying. It doesn't affect things too much, since again it is a Mega Man game. You have to just basically not get hit, and you'll be fine, you know. But it does get a little bit annoying when you die in one hit. So. Don't want to get hit there. Each character has their own special skill. This is Marino. She can throw one of these things, and then she can do like a dash attack, which gives her a little like buff. But I don't really use the skills too much. Haven't really found any that I'm super partial to, so I kind of just walk around, shoot, hopefully jump. Here's the part that I was talking about. You gotta go back instead of going forward. In general, the game controls really well on my controller, so I'm hoping they do something like Genshin Impact where they release it on consoles and PC as well, but we'll just have to wait and see. I guess just for the sake of difference, let's go ahead and switch things up here. So let's go ahead and actually use a saber here and use some of the melee weapons. The melee weapons are really cool. I've basically mainly played Mega Man 0, Mega Man Battle Network, not so much Mega Man X and Mega Man, you know, normal Mega Man. I haven't played it as much, but we played a lot of Mega Man 0 on the channel, played the entire series, so I'm a lot more familiar with like the sabers and stuff like that. But I obviously couldn't use that on the mobile version of this game, or on my phone I should say, just because it's kind of difficult to do any of that. This is probably going to be the worst stage for this, but alright, let's just see how it goes. Doesn't help that my saber is also not very strong at all. Yeah, saber's not gonna work out. Let's go ahead and go back to our cannon here. I did a couple of pulls, like I said, in the beginning, just to try and get layer and catch myself up since I lost all my progress. I managed to get these 2 weapons, which is nice, and it's kind of helped me over. But there's this weird thing. So usually I'm able to just press the A button and it'll actually end up being the jump button, because that's what I have it programmed to be. But then sometimes it'll just switch over and make it so that the A is actually a mouse click and that the right stick is the mouse. So I have to do this thing where like I have to move the mouse over to the A button so that I can actually play like normal. It's really obnoxious. Haven't figured out what is going on with it. It has to be something with BlueStacks. more than likely, because I've tried a couple of different controllers, at least 2 of them I should say, and it's the same result. Not really sure what's going on. If anyone has the same issue as me, let me know in the comments below, or if you've found a solution, especially let me know. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've gone ahead and named myself Kamen Oppai, since CurlyHairedHero is way too long for this game. If you don't know, Kamen Oppai is actually Japanese for cultured young man. Ooh, actually gonna fight a different boss here. I've only fought 1 boss so far, and then like the bug, not the bug, the like bee robot from like the first level of Mega Man X. Let's see. Oh boy. Oh, okay, I was gonna say he's just gonna not take any damage. That kind of sucks. If he's not gonna take any damage, I guess he's just gonna jump over us and we have to shoot him from the back. No, we have to shoot him in the head, I guess. Interesting. This weapon's probably better for that. Oh lord. Alright, well, right off the bat I'm gonna have to do this mission again. Just because of the fact that I've taken a lot of damage. Man, I'm not doing a lot of damage to this guy at all. Like, aside from the fact that he's blocking these attacks, he's also just not getting hit at all. A lot. Oh man. Oh, come on. I guess this is good. This boss is a good example of the sort of power creep that I was mentioning about, where I'm actually somehow severely underleveled for this fight. This level in general. So I guess the game expects me to grind up doing stuff that levels that I've already beaten before, just to get more materials in order to increase my weapon level, in order to do this easier. Or let me try and brute force it like I am now and just have it take a really long time. Which is kind of obnoxious, but at least I have the option to try. Well, that's nice. So I feel like you can maybe try and come up with some sort of strategy to get through this. But in general, like, cool strategies to get through these kinds of nonsense. Similar to what like there is in like Pokemon Masters, where that game is sometimes the like power creep can be disgusting and everything can be really, really gross in terms of like the power requirements you need to get through certain like events. But there are ways to get through it with some strategy, given all the abilities and attacks and stuff they have there. Alright, well that was dumb. I was doing great! I hadn't been touched the whole fight, and because I decided to do one of my dumb skills, I got caught. Oh, what a disaster. I'm gonna have to do this whole mission all over again. Oh, fuck. Well, I'm gonna do it all over again anyways. Basically what I can do is I can go back to the previous level I just beat and just do skip dives, which uses up this like energy that they have, this stamina system. You have 1 billion because you know you're leveling up. You just started the game, and I can use that to get basically the experience chips that I can use to level up my stuff. I managed to just now get up to level 23 or 22 or something like that, which lets me unlock an extra level cap for all my weapons. And now we've got some sort of... Oh, we unlocked the event mode. Alright, so actually there is an event going on live right now we can actually check out. I tried to do it. I think Chameleon's the event. It was really obnoxious because I'll show you in a second. So this is the difficulty. You can try and take it on, and it consumes this currency here. I did it relatively easily at the level that I'm at with, you know, basic equipment. Relatively easily in the first difficulty. As soon as I went to the next difficulty, I got insta-killed in one hit. So I can't even imagine what it's going to be like in these other 2 difficulties. Well, let's go ahead and try this out here. Yes. I think this is for like how much XP. Oh, I guess this is like the equivalent to like keys and Duel Links, where you can use more keys in order to get more rewards, but you have less materials to fight or whatever. So actually, more than enough levels to actually do this. Let's go ahead and do this, and we'll take a look at the power level for the next difficulty up, see how this thing scales. So, how these events work so far is, there's a version when I think you go through a stage, but that might be like a co-op thing, but this one you can just take on the boss, and you just have to do your best. And just think Chameleon, he's more or less similar to what he was like in his actual game. Yeah, MegaManX, the first one. Which is kind of nice that, you know, if you've played the games, you can do pretty well against most of this bosses. He just has, I guess, more health. There we go. Oh boy. Oh boy, oof. He's doing quite a lot of damage. We got him almost down, let's get him with one. Aw, man. Can't seem to do my other special for some reason, it didn't want to come out. Is this the point where both buttons are messed up? That's kind of dumb. Alright. So, same requirements as any other mission, and then once you get through it, you have the game crash on you. Oh, okay. Never mind. The game has crashed on me before, so I was just wondering. So yeah, this gets you some materials, and I think there's like event missions that you can complete. So let's go ahead and see what it's like on just slightly higher difficulty. Alright, let's go ahead and consume 1 or 3. You see this bullshit? The recommended power was, I think, 10,000 before. Now it's 48,000, 4 times higher. Ridiculous. Let's go ahead and see what a disaster this is going to be. I've already seen it because I already tried to do it, but I just got completely washed out. So it's just, what, every time it just increases by a factor of 4? That's just ridiculous. I don't know if it's the kind of thing, or I'm assuming it's the kind of thing, hopefully, where you don't need to do it on the higher difficulties. You can do it on the lower difficulties, it just takes more time. If you do it on the higher difficulties, you get more rewards. It's a little bit quicker, but you'll see here, we're going to do next to Ass as damage, and he's just going to one-shot us with any of his attacks. I think he still has the same amount of health. He has 1 more health bar. We're only doing double-digit damage. So we're barely scratching the surface. I'm sure each bar is at least like 1,000. Look at that. That did 3,000 damage. I'm surprised, probably because I have full armor, that he didn't kill me in 1 hit. But he basically did. That's at least 60% of my health gone. But I'm just doing nothing to this man. Oh, there we go. Destroyed immediately. Anyways, all of that was just so that we can try and get ourselves some of these rewards here. These are just for the event, but I really wanted to get these so we can get ourselves some gems. Alright, so we actually got the 10 pull now, so we can actually go ahead and try and aim for layer. Let's see if we can go a little bit more. I think that's about it. Let's go ahead and give this a shot. We're gonna do 10. Guaranteed A or higher. It's probably gonna be a weapon. Weapons are useful, but it is the kind of thing where it's that item that they throw into gachas where you don't want them, but they gotta fill out the gacha somehow. This is probably gonna be Massissimo. Nope, it's actually gonna be Palette or Paletta. This is gonna be a weapon. It's a spray gun, which I have. I'm not really partial to the spray guns. We got a rank B, which is going to be another one of this lady. Not exactly who I'm looking for. Plus, I already have her. We need this to turn purple. That's when we know we've got a rank A at least. If it turns gold, it's a rank S, which is great. We're going to get another B. This is the guy that I keep getting. This guy sucks because he has the same voice line for both sections, whereas like everyone else has like at least 2 different voice lines. But yeah, he is the like basic guy that you can get. I got a beam rapier, which I already have. Not looking good. Wind pressure buster. This is actually what I used to use on the mobile version. I had this leveled up pretty high. Gonna get an energy cannon. This is like our second to last pull here. I got a gas emitter, and then this should be our rank A. Please be. Oh god, no! It's a fucking weapon. It's a weapon I have like 4 times. Just never gonna get her, am I? Alright, well, we have one last shot at this. One last shot at this. Come on. The lucky single. Please. Please. Let's... Come on. Turn purple. God damn it.